Time for an American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Hunter Biden has been convicted of all 3 felony charges related to the purchase of a revolver in 2018. Prosecutors argue the president's son lied on a mandatory gun purchase form by saying he was not illegally using or addicted to drugs. Jurors found Hunter Biden guilty of lying to a federally licensed gun dealer and illegally having the gun for 11 days. Fox's David Spunt describes the scene in the courtroom.
It happened very quickly. Hunter Biden showed no emotion. He remained tense. He was looking still. He patted Abby Lowell on the back as if to thank him, even though this did not go their way. Noticeable, the First Lady was not in the courtroom when the verdict was read, and she hastily just walked in with some aides into the courthouse to be with her son, but she was not even in the room when the verdict was read. I don't think members of his team expected the verdict to come this quick. In fact, they expected it to come a lot later. As far as sentencing is concerned, Judge Mary Ellen Noreika said that typically that's about 120 days.
He faces up to 25 years in prison when he's sentenced, though first-time offenders do not get anywhere near the maximum, and it's not clear whether the judge would give him time behind bars or not. A new poll indicates that President Biden's taxpayer-funded multi-billion-dollar student loan bailout move is not selling well across America, even among people who have student loans. Only 3 in 10 U.S. adults say they approve of how Biden has handled the issue of student loan debt. 4 in 10 disapprove. The others are neutral or don't know enough to say. Those numbers are from a new poll from the University of Chicago. And for individuals who owe student loan debt right now, either for themselves or for a family member, 36% approve, while 34% disapprove. Many illegal immigrants continue to cross the southern border following President Biden's executive action. Marianne Rafferty reports.
Many saying they flew into Mexico and then made their way to the border, some even consulting the internet to find guides. One migrant telling our Matt Finn they feel welcomed by the Biden administration. An internal Border Patrol memo instructing agents in the San Diego sector to release single adults from all but 6 countries in the Eastern Hemisphere. Senator Eric Schmidt says it's all part of the Democrats' plan.
Because you don't need to be a citizen to be counted in the census. That's step 1. And then if you give amnesty, allow them to vote, they believe that's their path to more power, more control.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is saying it's really about migrant safety.
A senior Border Patrol official tells Fox the memo was localized guidance for the San Diego sector, and even if they are released into the U.S., they are ineligible for asylum. A Minneapolis police officer who was murdered by a man he was trying to help at the site of a shooting is getting memorialized at a public ceremony today. Investigators are calling the May 30th shooting of Officer Jamal Mitchell an ambush. They say that he was responding to a call about a double shooting when he tried to help 35-year-old Mustafa Mohammed, who he believed was injured. Mohammed then shot Mitchell multiple times. 3 other people, including the gunman, were killed. Mitchell had been with the Minneapolis Police Department for about 18 months. Tori Mislajek, Mitchell's long-term partner, said that Mitchell's greatest joys were his 4 kids. DePaul University said it dismissed a part-time biology instructor after the instructor gave an optional assignment related to the Israel-Hamas war. Her name is Anne Diaquino. Diaquino told students in May that they could write about the impact of a, quote, genocide in Gaza on human health and biology. The theme of the spring class at the Chicago school was how microorganisms cause disease. DePaul said some students, quote, expressed significant concern about politics in a science class. DePaul said in a statement on Friday, quote, we investigated the matter, spoke with the faculty member, and found it had negatively affected the learning environment by introducing extraneous political material that was outside the scope of the academic subject as outlined in the curriculum. DePaul said the class was given a new instructor and that the instructor in question here has been released from appointment as a part-time faculty member. Millions of potential home buyers are grappling with sky-high mortgage rates and low inventory. Here is Edward Lawrence.
The American dream out of reach for many folks because of the cost of a mortgage as well as the cost of a home. The price of a 30-year fixed just under 7%. Also, 87% of mortgages currently in the United States are under 6%, and 60% of those mortgages are under 4% in the United States. So the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors says those people are sitting on homes, limiting supply, keeping prices higher. It also doesn't help that the average home sale price in the first quarter of this year, $513,000, up 29% when President Biden first took office.
The president of the National Association of Home Builders believes new regulations from the Biden administration add about $30,000 to the cost of a home. And that'll do it for this American Family News Update, but by no means is that everything going on right now in the world. Feel free to explore AFN.net for more news from a Christian perspective. I'm Bronson Woodruff.